Hi, everyone. I'd like to talk once a year about our kids' screen usage and just a reminder how important it is to monitor what they're doing, and whether that's a program you use or like that kind of tracks where they go and what they do online, or policies in your home about how and where they can access the internet. I just can't stress it enough. Just from my seat in the counselor's office, what I've seen is always concerning to me. I think that maybe certain things have gotten sort of normalized and accepted as something that kids are almost entitled to or should all be allowed to do. And I couldn't disagree more. First of all, the iPhone has access to the whole entire world. And I know that most of us are very protective of our children in terms of where they go and what they do and who they see. And I know when my own kids were riding bikes in the neighborhood, I was like, wow, it's getting kind of dark out and they're not back yet. And it's just a pretty small neighborhood, and I knew who they were with. They were with a bunch of great kids. But we start to get worried. And I think when we let them on the internet, we're really just letting them out into the whole world. And that's what I have told my kids. And they say, well, I'm not doing anything bad. And I thought, well, the last thing in the world I'm worried about is you doing something bad, right, as a child. And they know my biggest fear is they're going to talk to somebody. They're going to see something that they can't unsee. And that as an adult, there are things that pop up in my email or when I'm searching for something. It's like I didn't ask for that. And I worry about that happening with my own kids. So, again, the more restrictions you have, the less screen time they have, the better I sleep at night, just for your children and for mine. There are certain things, just as a counselor, I have to recommend to you that you not allow at all under any circumstances. One being Snapchat. The stories are just terrible from where I'm sitting. Everything from a child being extorted for money from a grown stranger who had posed as a teen. How did they even find this child? I don't know, but I didn't know that you could. And again, in my own ignorance, I feel like, wow, that could easily have happened to my kid. I didn't realize this could happen, that they could end up communicating with strangers and being duped in that way. And in these sort of situations where a child is asked to send pictures of themselves and they think it's like an online relationship and they do so, and then when they find out that's not for real, or that person is threatening to show those pictures to people if they don't send them so much money or gift cards. This happened in our community. Luckily, that child didn't do what some do, which is, they hide this or become suicidal and thinking there's no way out of this situation. So I actually share these stories to scare and to educate my own children, and hopefully you can share that and just keep that in your mind, that there is no reason in the world for them to have Snapchat. I was telling a family, like, Snapchat is great. I think if you wanted to cheat on your spouse, that would be like the greatest app, right? Because your conversations disappear. Two things. One, they don't really disappear because the FBI can find them. And two, when conversations disappear like that, it's really dangerous for the good guy, for the victim, for the kid. In the situation I just talked about, it was a real life situation we were dealing with. And then in a less scary but also troublesome is these children have conversations back and forth with each other on Snapchat. And my words are gone, right? But maybe they're gone, like I don't see them anymore, but you screenshotted them and then showed people what I said. I thought they were gone, but you took a picture of them and now you're showing people. I didn't take a picture of your words, which were equally bad maybe, and you can imagine the drama that ensues. There's enough drama in the life of a child and adolescent. Wow, if we could just take out the online drama, that would save a lot of heartache and stress. So, and then just a general safety thing, just as a reminder, it kind of made it real to me how scary this online world is and how dangerous for children. My husband works in a public school district and was at a conference where the FBI was presenting about public fraud money. And so the FBI agent had given a whole long presentation about the fraud going on in with public money and how that's an FBI issue. But at the end, he said he just could not resist. He had to, just for his own conscience, just remind anybody in the audience who is a parent to monitor your kids online. And I thought that was really telling to me, that his job was to go there and talk about the millions of dollars that is lost in public money through fraud and how to watch out for that. But he could not, in good conscience, leave without telling parents. Any parents any parents you have contact with, please remind them to follow their children online, look at everything they do online. It's not a safe world out there. When I was a kid, we grew up hearing about the program called Scared Straight, and I guess I'm adopting that philosophy because it is scary, and I just think we need a reminder. So please keep up with what those kids are doing and where they're going online. It's the whole big bad world out there. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you.